Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Aditya here. So in the previous session, we have already discussed about IAM policy, sorry, IAM password policy and MFA, multi-factor authentication in detail. Now, in this session, we are going to do hands-on and see how to create a robust password policy and also how to set up an MFA, multi-factor authentication device in Chrome, right, using some Chrome extension, but you can use any virtual authenticators. But for this recording alone, I am using some Chrome extension related MFA. Okay, so we'll get started. So we'll get started, right? So first log into your root account. So I have logged into my root account, and on the top right corner, click on your account name, and if you see here in this list, right, at the end you will have an option called security credentials. If this option is not enabled, that means you are not in root account. So try to log into your root account and click on the security credentials. It will open this security credential page where you will have multiple options like multiple details like your account details and also multi-factor authentication setup. So you can set up this multi-factor authentication, and before that we will see a IAM password policy, and after that we set up an MFA device. Okay, so here in the account settings, right, click on this account settings on the left side, and in this account settings you will have password policies. So this particular account have this policy, right? The AWS account uses the following default password policy. So this is default policy, we haven't customized anything. Here the minimum character length is 8 characters and password strength should be followed by adding these characters like one uppercase, some uppercase letters, some lowercase letters, some numbers, some alphanumeric characters. And also we have other requirements, right? We are never expiring the password and must not be identical to your AWS account name or email address. Only these two requirements we added, but we haven't added any rotation and using and prevention of using the previous passwords. So this is by default policy. I just kept it like this, but we can set our strong robust policy. So how can we set our strong robust password policy? By clicking on this edit button. So once we click on this edit button, initially it will select the IAM default. So this is the default policy, and if you want to customize and make it more robust, click on this custom radio button, and where you can mention how many characters you want. For example, you want 10 character length password or 6 character length password, right, based on your company and security needs. And right, it should require at least one uppercase letter, one lowercase letter, and one number and one alphanumerical character. So you can define these things, you can define these things, and also in the other requirements as we discussed, we can turn on password expirations for how many days, right? So the minimum is 1, the maximum is 1095. So you can give 200 days or 360 days or 90 days, right, based on your requirement and need. And password expiration is required, and password expiration requests administrator reset, right? You can set up this so that admin can reset the password, otherwise we can reset our own password. Allow users to change their own password, right? So we can allow them to change their own password after expiration. And prevent password reuse, so we can prevent the reuse of passwords, the previous passwords. And this particular and AWS can store up to 24 previously used passwords. And if you provide any previously used password, if you provide any previously used password, like before, if you provide any previously used password in the last 24 occurrence, then that won't accept that password. So you can define that. Maybe last five passwords, right? Maybe the previous five passwords which are not supposed to use. So you can give the five, or if you want the total, if you want whole 24 previous passwords not to be used, also you can give 24. So it's optional, and you can set based on your requirement. Okay, so this is how you can set your strong password policies and click on save changes to save the change. But as of now, I am keeping default only. So you can click on save changes to save this password policy, the robust custom password policy you have set for your account. And as of now, I am using default. But yeah, we can edit this and set up a robust password policy for our account. Okay, and this is how you can set a robust password policy. Now, moving on to the next thing, that is MFA. So you have your password setup completed and you want to create an MFA device. You want to add that extra layer of security to your account. Currently, uh, for that you have to go to access management. For that, again, go to your root account user, click on the top right click on it, and click on security credentials. Now this page will open, and in this page, if you scroll down, you will have multi-factor authentication. So multi-factor authentication, we have discussed about this, and we can assign a device. Either it's a physical device or it's a virtual device, we can assign it. So now I am going to assign a device here. Okay, if you click on the assign a device, it will open this page where you can provide the MFA device name. So you just give any name you want, like test device for root account, right? Your wish. You can use any MFA device, or you can use any name here. Your wish. You can use any name here and use some meaningful names. And MFA device. So you will have multiple device options, right? You have pass key or security key. So as we discussed, like UB key, you can use that universal second factor authentication. Otherwise, you can use some authenticator app like Authy, Google Authenticator. Currently, I will use some app also. I will show you. That is some extension in Google. Or you can use hardware time one-time password, time-based one-time password tokens also, like by using Gemaltos, SurePass ID devices. Okay. So these are the options which we already discussed, but I'm going to use Authenticator app since I'm going to use some mobile device or device installed in my computer. Right? I don't have this SurePass ID and this hardware devices with me, so I'm using an virtual device. Click on next. So once you click on next, the setup device page will open. Right? It will show different steps to you. Right? You can use that. A virtual MFA device is an application running on your device that you can configure by scanning QR code. So you can scan this QR code to configure your virtual device and install a compatible applications such as Google Authentication or Duo Mobile. If you have Duo Mobile, you can use Duo Mobile also, or any Authy app, right, on your mobile device. So if you want to see more list, click on here and you can see list of MFAs, virtual MFAs available, right, apps. So if you scroll down here, you have Twilio Authenticator, Geo Mobile, Microsoft Authenticator, Microsoft Authenticator, Google Authenticator, and Semantic VIP. So you can use all these in Android. In also iOS, you have multiple options. Okay. So now going back here, so I am going to scan this QR code to set up my virtual MFA. For that, for that, for that, I am going to install an extension that is Google Authenticator, and from the Chrome Web Store you can get that extension. So this is the extension I am adding to the Chrome. So this is for getting that extension, and if we get that extension, we can use that extension to get tokens, right? You can set up. So here this is my MFA device. No, this is virtual. So I'm closing this. So come to our IAM page and show QR code. And now click on here this one, and you can install a app like this and use that app. I am using this extension as of now, and I will click on this scan QR code, right? I need to drag properly. So again I will do that, scan QR, and I will drag properly. Now, yeah, has been added, right? Now it is generating tokens for us, 163433. So first I will add this 163,433, and we need to wait 30 seconds to get one more MFA. So once this completes, we can see, yeah, 817043. So 817043. So once I click on add MFA, right, you can see an MFA device added, that is type of virtual, and has been added. By using these keys you can able to log into your AWS account. Okay, so this is how you can set up MFA, and this will generate a unique token for every 30 seconds. By using this token only you can able to log into your AWS account. So I will show you that. So now I'm going to log out from my AWS account and re-login. For that, again, I'm going to the AWS console and for that I'm going to AWS console login page, and here sign in using root user email, right? I'm using the root user, and I'm using the root user email. Next, and password, I'm giving my password, right? And sign in. Once I sign in, now it is asking MFA, that is multi-factor authentication code. For that, you have to open your virtual device, whether it's your mobile app or this web extension. I am using this I am using this web extension and copying this code. Yeah, let me copy again. Copied and pasting here, signing in, and you can see, boom, I can able to sign into my account. But now I'm using password plus also this token to secure my AWS account. Even even though my password got compromised, right, the other person cannot be able to access my AWS account until and unless he is going to access to my laptop, since this is set up in my Chrome, in my laptop or your mobile. If you set up your authentication in your mobile, or if you are using any universal second factor authentication like YubiKey, or if you are using uh, hardware TOPT devices like Germal to SurePass ID, then it is very hard to the hacker to find or to com. It is very hard to the hacker to hack our account, right? You need these devices, these virtual devices or hardware devices to hack our account. So password plus MFA make your life easier and secure and make your account more secure. And yeah, thanks for watching this video. If you find this video helpful, let me know in the comment section, and like, share and subscribe, and thank you. Bye.